Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Can you feel the air? It is pure, transparent, and smells like fresh frost on the windows. Imagine standing in the middle of a quiet, sleeping forest. Everything around you is wrapped in the largest and softest duvet you have ever seen. It is not a duvet made of feathers, but a duvet of snow. It is a quiet world. Do you hear that gentle whistling of the wind high in the treetops? It is like white noise, carrying away all your worries from today far away, over mountains and valleys. Here in this forest, no one is in a hurry. The trees stand motionless, as if guarding your peace. Their branches are heavy with white powder and look like the knitted sleeves of a giant sweater. Look beneath your feet. The snow under them isn't hard. It is fluffy, like cotton candy. Every single snowflake that falls to the ground adds another layer of silence. Do you feel the contrast? Outside, an Arctic cold reigns, lavender blue darkness mixing with deep shadows. But you are safe. You are just an observer of this winter kingdom. Somewhere here, deep beneath that white duvet, something magical is happening. The earth isn't frozen to the bone. Under the snow, in that dark and warm soil, a little secret is hidden. It is a bud, a small, fragile flower that has decided to take a proper rest until spring comes. Feel how that thought lulls you to sleep? That idea of sleeping in absolute silence under the protection of the earth. Now imagine your breath becoming so light that you could pass right through that fluffy layer of snow. Slowly, like when you sink into the deepest pillow, we descend below the white surface. Up here, you can still hear a quiet click-click, like frost gently testing the strength of ice crystals. But the lower we go, the thicker the silence becomes. Welcome to a small, secret chamber. Between the frozen ground and the high duvet of snow, a small air bubble has formed. It is your own private tent. The wind doesn't blow here. The sharp cold cannot reach here. The snowy walls above you are like thick walls of cotton that reflect all the noise of the world away. Can you feel that scent? It's not just frost. It's the scent of sleeping moss and dark, rich soil that holds within it the memory of the summer sun. Here, in the middle of this quiet chamber, our flower rests. Let's call him Snezhko. Snezhko is not in bloom. It's a small, tightly wrapped bud in a powdery pink color. Snezhko wears a coat made of old leaves. These are his leaves, embracing him and letting not even a bit of winter reach him. Watch how Snezhko breathes peacefully. The bud moves almost imperceptibly in the rhythm of your own breath. It feels good there. It feels warm there. He knows that he doesn't have to do anything now. He doesn't have to grow. He doesn't have to smell. He doesn't have to open up. His only task now is to sleep. Your blanket is now like Snezhko's snow house. It protects you. It keeps you warm. Everything outside, beyond the door of your room, is far away and unimportant. You are curled up in the very center of peace. Outside, high above Snowy's snow house, the night has advanced. The stars in the sky are as bright as small diamond pins, but their light penetrates down to us under the snow only as a quiet lavender shimmer. Do you hear it? Crack. That is just the frost gently touching the bark of an old birch tree. It is a sound that belongs to the deepest winter. It isn't scary. It is just a sign that the forest is fast asleep. This sound, along with the gentle whistling of the wind, creates an invisible wall of peace around you. It is the white noise of nature. Snowy doesn't even move a leaf in his shelter. He feels so heavy, as if he were part of the earth itself. His roots, deep in the soil, are like your legs under the warm duvet. They don't need to move. They don't have to walk anywhere. They are simply anchored in warmth and safety. Imagine that every single frosty sound outside wraps you even more into your pillow. The more it freezes up there, the softer and cozier your bed becomes. Snow is a miraculous painter. It creates delicate lace of ice on the surface that glitters in the moonlight. These are works of art that no one sees but your imagination. Snowy is now falling into the deepest winter sleep. His dreams are of quiet white meadows and of silver light that gently strokes his bud. Feel how your heart rate slows? How your mind becomes the calm surface of a frozen lake. Everything is motionless. Everything is fine. Just sleep. Sleep deeply like a flower under the snow. Time flows like the slow current of a river under thick ice. We are in the 8th minute of our shared dream, and inside Snowy's little house, something is beginning to change. It isn't noise, nor a sudden movement. It is just a feeling. As if the darkness in this snowy chamber has become a bit softer and warmer. Above us, on the surface of the snowy duvet, a moonbeam has touched the flakes. It is a bit brighter tonight. Under this gentle touch, one tiny snowflake on the ceiling of Snowy's chamber has begun to change. Watch it with your inner eye. It is no longer just a solid star of ice. Slowly, so slowly, it turns into a clear, transparent drop of water. This drop is like tiny liquid silver. It clings to the snowy ceiling, swaying and reflecting the powdery pink color of our sleeping bud. Do you feel that silence? That silence when the whole world waits for one small, quiet miracle? The drop finally released. It falls down, quieter than a thought, and lands right on Snowy's cheek. Snowy didn't move under this moist kiss, but his interior trembled with quiet joy. He feels that deep in the earth, the roots are starting to ask about spring. But it is not yet time to grow. It is still time only for the sweetest rest. The earth beneath you, your mattress, your bed, everything is warming you now. It is the safest warmth that exists. The warmth of the earth preparing you for the most beautiful dreams. Just a bit more. Just a moment longer in this quiet, moist embrace. We are at the final destination of our journey. Snowy, our little bud, is no longer just curled up in the dark. That single drop of water that fell upon him brought a message that it is time for the deepest and most beautiful dream. Watch him now very closely. On his edge, one last tiny snowflake remains. It is like a small star that doesn't want to leave. But the warmth radiating from the earth and from your breath slowly overcomes it. The snowflake vanishes, turning into transparent dew, and reveals what was hidden until now. Look, the bud has opened by a millimeter, just enough for you to see its interior. It is radiant, deep pink, and smells like a promise of sunny days. In the very center of Snowy, a small golden star shines, his heart. This sight is your reward for today. It is proof that even in the greatest winter, warmth is hidden somewhere. That even in the darkness, there is a light waiting for its moment. But now there is no need to grow. Now there is no need to bloom. Snowy closes his petals again and tucks this golden glow deep inside himself. The colors of lavender and powder pink slowly mix with the deep blue night. Your snow house becomes your bed. Your dreams are the softest snow lifting you up. Can you feel how everything has stopped? There is no more wind, no more cracking of ice, only the quiet, regular rhythm of your sleep. You are a flower in the safety of the earth. You are a child in the arms of home. Rest, sleep, dream of the spring that will come exactly when you have slept well. Good night, sleeping forest. Good night, little flower. Good night, you miracle of mine. Good night.